in this weekend's box office and their results. Alright, coming in the number 5th spot, we of course got Fast X, which in its third weekend release made 128.2 million. Still pretty well on the next, you know, uh, the next few weeks and stuff, so that's pretty cool. I mean, obviously we're still going to get Fast X Part 2, so there's that. But while it's still making less than the other Fast and Furious movies, it's still making some pretty good though. So there's that. Coming in at number 4, we of course got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in its fifth week of release, making 322.7 million. So what happened with that comic book fatigue and all? I mean, looks like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is still doing really well. I mean, it's still in its fifth week of release and still in the top 5 of the box office. So that definitely says something. So glad to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 still hanging there. All right, coming in at number 3 spot, we of course got The Boogeyman, which I just saw, and I'll do my review soon. But yeah, I was a little disappointed by it. But anyway, it only made 11.5 million. Not bad for a little generic horror film though. I mean, it shows that horror films are really doing pretty doing massive in the box office. Whether it's Evil Dead Rise, Scream, Megan. So while this doesn't make as much as those did, it's still doing okay. I mean, of course, this movie was originally supposed to be a Hulu release, but they decided to release it straight to theaters rather than Hulu. So I think that's says something there too. All right, coming in number 2 spot in its second week of release, we got The Little Mermaid, which made about 187.2 million in its second week of release. Talk about a massive hit right here. I mean, of course, obviously, if there was not anything else bigger come out this week, it probably would have been number 1 again. But it's still hanging there. It's still having legs or tails, I guess, because mermaids don't have legs. But yeah, glad to see The Little Mermaid still hanging there. And of course, at the number 1 in this week's box office, we got Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which made 113.5 million. It literally doubled the first film's box office total. The first film, of course, the first Spider-Man film, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, made about 35 million when it got released. And so this pretty much, so of course it's pretty much doubled, the first film. Obviously, I can understand why, because not many people knew who Miles Morales was at the time, and so of course, since people now are aware of Miles Morales more thanks to Spider-Man games and everything, lots of people are really appreciating this character more than they did when Into Spider-Verse got released. So well deserved too, because this movie is hands down terrific. I just saw it again, and I really enjoyed it. It's really fun, maybe even better than the first film. So please do yourself a favor and go watch Across the Spider-Verse. And obviously next year, I can imagine what Beyond the Spider-Verse will make, but we'll see what happens when that comes out. All right, now other films in this week's box office list. We got Super Mario Brothers, which first time it's not in the top 5 this here. Super Mario Brothers came in at number 6, and its ninth week of release made 566.2 million. That's really doing massive. Number 7 got About My Father in its second week of release, making 8.6 million. The Machine came in at number 8, which I actually enjoyed The Machine, by the way. But that movie pretty much flopped, and its second week release made 8.7 million. The Gerard Butler film, Kandahar, which I could never pronounce, that made about 4.2 million, also a flop. And number 10 is Nicole Hellfencer's You Hurt My Feelings in its second week release, making 2.9 million. I'm about to watch that film here in a bit. But I'm actually looking forward to checking that one out. I mean, it is A24, so I'll be watching it in a heartbeat, which, by the way, I saw The Idol last night, and I gotta maybe talk about that. But, yeah, anything A24 does, I'll just watch in a heartbeat. I mean, A24 is obviously one of the best studios. Maybe their first worst movie in years is probably Beau is Afraid, but yeah. That aside, this actually looks pretty cute, charming. You got your Louis Dreyfus, who is always great, so hopefully it could be interesting to see. But that's pretty much it. let me lead you guys. What are your thoughts on this weekend's box office and the results? Did you see any films in this weekend's list? What are your thoughts on the box office results in general? And of course, this week we do got Transformers: Rise of the Beast coming out. So will that probably, I don't know, top like beat out Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, or would it be the Flash? Well, I had to say. Anyway, drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Himi signing out.